Well, I don't know, can I? It's like just something that I do constantly every minute of my life. So I'm always thinking about ideas for my work and thinking about the world that we live in and how my work can respond to it. And then manically making rugs that respond to it. Rugs or digital art, or finding some way to like translate my thoughts into physical form. My mother was many things, but she's, when I was growing up, she was the librarian at the art school in Halifax, so NASCAD. So I grew up hanging out around art kids and an art library. My mom, after she retired from there, became a knitwear designer. And so I was always around textiles and lots of colorful yarns growing up when it was just a hobby, and then when it became a business for her. She approaches it in a way where she's very structured, she's very meticulous, she isn't really playful in the same way I am with images. She's more playful with actual design techniques. And so where she's about like in-depth construction of things, I'm more about extrapolating and tearing apart more like cartoony images. And I think it is a connective thread for us that we both like work in these textile mediums, although different. She's a knitter. Yeah, totally. Yeah, love the mom. Using rugs in general, conceptually in the first place, was an attempt to take like textiles off the floor and the domestic, like very like practical space, and put them onto the wall. Okay, so like going from the floor to the wall was like one step. And after sort of doing a lot of that, and I feel like achieving that, it feels like a natural progression to go from the wall into space. Because I think that it was a dynamic move to occupy wall space, and now I feel like there's more of confidence maybe in my work coming through, where I feel like I know I'm gonna occupy like real three-dimensional space with my ideas and try to build a more immersive world. I did a video game installation in 2012 where I bought an old van and like installed a video game in the back of the van. And so I had this idea always of like wanting to put people into spaces that I can kind of like control or like bombard them with media. So like there is a history of doing 3D, just like not necessarily like the rugs in 3D. This is in some way maybe an expansion or an inversion of that, where it's like the creation of spaces, small intimate spaces, is a creation of domestic space. So in a way it's like this thing right here in some ways become like the rug becomes the entirety of the domestic space as opposed to a detail of it. As we go deeper into our techno dystopia, I'm just trying to make little commentary along the way and remind people about what it means to be human before that, you know, before we are just becoming fully digital, and then like what is a human once we do like fully become digital, and what are we losing in the process. So yeah, that's it.